Some big things have been happening with the My Hyundai app for 2025 Ioniq 5 owners, and at some point in the future, older Hyundai EV owners as well. Several weeks ago, I received the first over-the-air update to the car's computers for my 2025 Ioniq 5, and what it enabled was plug-in charge. So what that is you can pull up to a charger, get out, plug in, the car communicates with it, communicates with the network, and your charging starts. No app, no doing anything on your phone, no credit card reader. Everything is as fluid as possible. Unfortunately for the owners of Konas and older Ioniqs, that being the 2025 Ioniq 6 and earlier, or the 2024 Ioniq 5 and earlier, you will have to go into your dealership to get a software update done on your car to enable plug-in charge. But they have said that your cars will be supported at some point in the future. The networks being supported by plug-in charge right now are Ioniq, Tesla Superchargers, and ChargePoint. They say wherever plug-in charge is supported for ChargePoint. They don't say any of the roaming operators. So it doesn't sound like plug-in charge right now is going to be a substitute for Auto Charge Plus at EVgo. So don't deactivate that in the EVgo app if you are planning to road trip soon. Now, in order to use all these features, you have to have Hyundai Pay activated in your My Hyundai app. That means you have to have a credit card linked. And if you don't, you're not going to be able to utilize it. If you don't pay for Blue Link subscription, if you have already expired, you are also not going to be able to use plug-in charge. You have to have a network connection through Blue Link. So to get plug-in charge working, just click on charge on the My Hyundai home screen and you'll see a little icon that says plug-in charge inactive. Click that and then hit activate. Your plug-in charge activation request has been submitted successfully. Okay. It is going to take a minute or two for it to actually activate. You'll see here, I'm going to speed up this clip here. It says pending for the time being, but you'll get a little pop-up that says plug-in charge is activated and is now ready to use. Now, to show off how some of these features work, I'm going to introduce you guys to Bob, the electric principal. You guys might have seen his YouTube channel. He owns all sorts of EVs as well as a 2025 Ioniq 5, and he's going to be contributing to this channel today and possibly in the future as well. Bob is out in the Fort Collins area of Colorado, and he is going to show us how plug-in charge works on a Tesla Supercharger.
This is Bob Flaherty, the electric principal. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm a former educator. I spent 32 years in education, 17 of those as a middle school principal, and I love the job. But when I retired, I got bored. And so, one of the things you do when you're retired and bored is you go look at cars if you're a car guy. And so I hopped into a Chevy Bolt and my world changed, right? I mean, it was the first electric car I drove. Most of you remember that experience yourself. It was a revelation. It was so much fun. But, I was disappointed because nobody knew anything about them. They really couldn't help you. You had to learn everything on your own. And you go to a dealership and you ask a salesman about an electric car. I don't know. It was usually the response. So I decided I'm going to put my teaching to use. I'm going to teach people about electric cars. I'm going to answer their questions. And really the best part of my job is talking to people and analyzing with them whether electric cars are going to really work in their life. And so I've done that for a number of years for a couple of dealerships. It's been fun. And along the way, if you're driving Ioniqs, you're going to know Corbin, the Ioniq guy. And I was very pleased he asked me to do a short video for him on plug-in charge and how that's working. So let's just take the time to plug in this car. This should be very simple, nothing to it. I am just going to open up my charging door here, and we're going to push on the pixels, which I can't find, but there they go. All right, and then all I'm going to do is come over here, grab the Tesla charger, pull it straight out. This is a Magic Dock, but we're not using that, of course, because we have a native Tesla port on this 25. Plug it in, and then we're going to see what happens. So lo and behold, I have entered the car. You can already see that we are at 23 kilowatts. It's starting to build up, and that was really slick. It was just simple. I plugged the thing in, and it works as advertised. No fuss or no muss. So as you can see right now, we're at about 79, 80 kilowatts. It started out close to 130. But once you reach this level, we start to slow down a bit. But as you can see, plug-in charge is working great. And it was simple to use as advertised. The negative to this is that right now Hyundai isn't allowing you to use any discounts that you might have that you get using the Tesla app, where you just pay $12 a month, and charging rates go down to a reasonable around 36 cents, 38 cents a kilowatt. And that's really not available with the Hyundai app. So personally, if I were using this on a road trip, I would still use the old-fashioned method, and I would just use the Tesla app. But so many people use my car, including Roberta, my partner, and she doesn't like to mess around with any technology whatsoever. She's going to love this. I don't care if it costs me a little more, because I'm not going to get phone calls about, what do I need to do to charge the car. So that's worth the price. And let's face it, most of us, 95% of the time, we just simply charge at home. And so we're only charging maybe 5%. And of that, maybe half of that would be at a Tesla charger. And it's not going to be on necessarily road trips where I want to pay Tesla $12 extra a month to get that discount. On road trips, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. It pays for itself in short order, but not for the average driver, not for the person who isn't out there taking a road trip this month. This thing is going to work great, and it's worth the trade-off to pay a few extra cents for a few kilowatts versus having to go through the Tesla app and the hassle of that, especially when someone who isn't very technologically literate is doing the charging. Hey, so once again, thanks, Corbin, the Ioniq guy, for letting me on the channel today. I really appreciate being in your orbit, and I'm glad I could help out today.
Hyundai also released something in the same vein, which is in-app charging. So you can initiate, you can stop, you can monitor your charging sessions, all from the My Hyundai app. So for the in-app charging, the current networks that are being supported are Ioniq, Tesla Superchargers, ChargePoint, including all of their roaming partners, as well as EVgo. All right, so previously when using Hyundai Pay, if I wanted to charge at these charging stations here at my apartment complex, I would have to go in here, route to the charger. Well, I guess you can't because we're right there. But you would go, it must be that one. Okay, so I got to agree to that again. And you can see here, I can hit pay, and then it will unlock the charging handle from the charger, and then I can go plug in the car. But now with the My Hyundai app and this new charging feature, what we're going to do is go to the charge screen here, find a charging station. So I can see here a bunch of chargers. So this is the one right next to me. Click on that, and now it shows 2 charging handles. I'm not sure which one is which. We will go out and take a look, but we'll try and start the charging session through the app as opposed to Hyundai Pay in the car. So let's go do that. We'll plug in and see what happens. Put the adapter in. So I'm guessing it is handle 2 that I want to use. So we'll click that. Hyundai Pay, start charge. Hit yes. Contacting charger. Oh, so it did unlock it. And we should see it start charging now. There we go. 5.9 kilowatts. And now we can kind of see the charging session in the My Hyundai app, which is pretty nice. Can stop it. So I don't really need the charge, so let's try and stop this charging session. Says session stopped successfully. Yep, complete. All right, so let's take a look at some of these mapping and route planning functions. So on the bottom of the My Hyundai home screen, you'll click on Maps. And then from here, you can go ahead and search for a destination. Let's go to Miami. It's a little cool here today. I'm dreaming of tropical weather. Don't click on that icon on the right. If you click on that, it will bring you out to Apple Maps or Google Maps if you're on an Android phone. You want to click on the destination on the left. So now you can see it gives me 4 options. I can save it as a favorite. I can get directions. I can plan a route, or I can send to the car. So what we're going to do here is hit plan route. And there you can see it planned all the charging stops. So unlike in the car's built-in route planning where it only gives you 4 stops out, this is every stop it thinks you're going to need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 charging stops down to Miami. And if we scroll up here, you can see it prioritized Tesla superchargers, which is fine if that's what you want to use. I don't necessarily want to. So I have a CCS to NACS adapter in the car. All I got to do is pick CCS here, and hopefully that will go ahead and limit the options away from Tesla. Down below, you can see some of the charging network options. So there's ChargePoint, EVgo, Tesla, Flow, Shell, and EV Connect. Kind of surprising that there's not Electrify America there. That is a little annoying that you can't at least select it. So it seems like they're prioritizing what would be available via plug-in charge, but either way, we'll hit apply. I really hope that they can get EA going with plug-in charge soon, because they have the most widespread CCS1 network across the country. People are going to want to use it. So you can see still, even though I picked CCS, it's still prioritizing Tesla. Very strange. Not sure why it's doing that. Now, today is the first day that this is out in the public, so maybe it's kind of a beta version, but if they released it, it really should be more polished than this. That just makes no sense. And let's just say EVgo only. Let's see what it does there. Okay, so now it filtered out the Tesla superchargers. These charging times just still seem really off. So a bunch of these are 15 to 80% in 20 minutes when it's pretty warm out right now. It's in the 60s. The battery would be conditioned. So 15 to 80% should be more like 18 minutes, 17 minutes, not 22 minutes. So it's being really conservative with these charging times, which is kind of unfortunate because Hyundai really should have this data at this point. So anyway, let's go ahead and check out the send to car feature here. So I'm going to hit send to car. So on the screen now, you can see Miami, Florida as your destination. POI information has been received. We'll hit route and see what it does. Available charging stations are automatically updated while driving. Fantastic. There's the first 4 charging stops. We'll hit start guidance to see the rest of it.
Guidance will start now. Turn left onto Oak Grove Avenue and then turn right.
Click on that and we'll see what charging stops it picked. So I can already tell looking at this, there's some EA stations in here. The Westfield Trumbull, that's EA. You can see here the charging times are much more accurate and more reflective of reality. But yeah, these are not what was filtered in the My Hyundai app. So this is showing the first stop as EAGO in Sturbridge, and then another one, Elizabeth, New Jersey. So yeah, it seems like whatever filtering you're doing in here does not transfer to the car. That's a bit unfortunate. I don't know if it doesn't have that ability because the filtering is done by the user, but guess that is kind of ruling out the option of doing all the hard work here on your phone and then just sending it to the car. So that's unfortunate. So there you guys have it. That is the big update to My Hyundai and plug-in charge and all this goodness. This is all stuff that's really going to make owning and operating one of these cars significantly easier, especially for people who are new to it, who haven't had to deal with juggling charging apps and all that kind of fun stuff that we've all dealt with for years now. This is really the next step into making EVs really simple for future owners. So huge shout out to Bob. Thank you for showing us plug and charge. Be sure to check out his channel down in the description below. He's the electric principal. So I've got some ideas for Bob to do some future videos here on this channel. And of course, Bob has original content on his channel. So be sure to subscribe to his as well as my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Say hi to Bob down in the comments section. Check out my store at ioniqguy.com for accessories for your Hyundai, Kia, or Genesis EV. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.